Yes, sorry.
The playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
They'll start on the ground with Brooks. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 1. They'll stay on the ground with Brooks. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
Back to throw, Willis. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the 1st as well. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, they were advancing the ball. They had a couple 1st downs under their belt, but a big mistake there on the opening drive leads to 6 points the other direction.
And what a good read that was on his part, Brandon, because it prevents a possible scoring drive with how they were moving things along. And it gives the defense the early advantage. Was going to be a definitely entertaining battle between these units.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. 60 yards. downs. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll start off with a give to Lewis. Across midfield. He's on his way. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. 74 yards rushing for him now on the opening drive of this NFC title game. A great run here in the first, and I think we know one guy who wants a trip to that Super Bowl.
And the way his team is reacting, the way they're blocking for him, they want to go along with him, don't they?
Absolutely. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. From a yard out, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Now Willis to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 3rd down, they go with Brooks. And some room to maneuver. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Packers. Jonathan Brooks, 64 yards. And the Packers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied at 14.
Seriously.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fighting his way through contact. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Love now. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
On 1st and 10, it's Brooks. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was linebacking speed that can trump O-line power. We see that at times because he filled the gap before the offensive lineman could get to the next level and take him on.
Willis from the gun on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Brooks trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Malik Willis scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Packers have moved out in front. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one. Not so
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Lewis between the tackles. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. This now a 3rd and 4.
Hey, bro, my bad. I forgot this league ain't no hurry up. My bad, bro.
Love from the gun. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. That's taken on the 25. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start with the option. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
Now Willis to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
The Packers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw, Willis. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Again, it's Lewis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Love going to give it up on the touch pass. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. A run out of the gun with Brooks. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 112 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he goes over the century mark with the AFC title on the line. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throw left side is complete to Reed. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Willis. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Micah Parsons. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Here we go, Shaq.
Now Willis. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Willis looks to pass it here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Yes, ma'am.
Throwing. Love.
Okay.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Lucas Van Ness. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Have operated since 23.
They just do get the playoff. Love going to throw it. He sets to fire deep. And that could be incomplete.
This is in the last 6 minutes,
Good effort there trying to take a
That's
shot,
in the
but it's
last 6
third
minutes,
down.
isn't it?
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Okay.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head, that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It's fielded at the 45. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. To throw, here's Willis. This ball taken in here by Brooks. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Willis. Over the middle here, it's hauled in by Watson. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. A 33-yarder from the left hash. McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Yes. Okay. What's that?
About set for this
Oh,
next
that's your
drive with the
buddy.
Cowboys offense. And they have work to do in the second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Love. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Quay Walker charging hard from that linebacker spot, and he drops him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. To throw now. Here's Love. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
Here's Love. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, if they have any designs of getting back into this football game in the second half, they're going to need to be much sharper offensively than they were on this opening possession. Not much happening here, and it'll lead to a fourth down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On the ground, it's Brooks to start the drive. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 125 yards rushing for him now as he tries to will his guys into the Super Bowl.
Just open the door, come out. Open the door and come out.
They have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Here we go, set. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Once again, it's Brooks. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
They'll try and run here with Brooks. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And he'll be touched out here, but before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Here comes Brooks. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time. So make sure you...
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Yes, sir.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
You let me know anytime you miss it.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here. It's caught inside the 25. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. 77 yards. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and that cuts this lead down to 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Hey, look.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Now Willis. He finds his man, complete. It's Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Willis will look to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Breaks the tackle now in alley. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
These Packers and these Packer fans really thrive in the cold temperatures here at Lambeau. And their guys have the lead here with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now they'll audible to something else.
79 Broncos.
Up the middle with Brooks here. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Brooks. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They run out of the gun with Brooks here. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jonathan Brooks, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Packers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 4. Now Love. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. And this offense on 3rd down today, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's short. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. How about this? They'll change it at the line. Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Love looking to throw it. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Throw left side complete. That's Lewis. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. So that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Willis from the gun on 3rd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. And the tight end goes in motion left. Now Willis on fourth down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. To throw, here's Willis. That's pulled in by Brooks. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now 2nd and 5. To the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the fourth, Charles. They're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
On the handoff, this is Brooks. Fights free at the 5. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips. They're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's a handoff to Brooks. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Jonathan Brooks saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Packers are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth quarter lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Room here to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Love now. It's a short one here, complete to his tight ends. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Operating from the gun. Love. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's short. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Love. Flush to his right. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And that's the kind of run you get when you know Super Bowl berth is in sight. They've got the lead. It's the second half. All those weeks of wear and tear in your body just go away. He's running with purpose now, and that's a heck of a run.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. He'll get this down to the 38. A gain of 3, second down. The Green Bay Packers, they are again NFC champions.